Adventure Games Night. I did say that I would play Uninvited and some other games, so we'll see what we're gonna get to today. We'll start with Uninvited. I mean, the stipulation was that I use walkthroughs, and I have walkthroughs. So let's get through these games. See how it goes. There is mouse support? Huh. Let me go to the settings and check the mouse somewhere, somehow. Mouse. Would that be on control port 1 or 2? Well, I can always switch it. It'll be interesting to play this with a mouse. Good morning, you have been summoned as the Uninvited. Look out! The last thing that you remember before the darkness rushed up to claim you is your brother's startled cry. You managed to swerve around the shadowy figure that appeared in the roadway, but lost control as the car jumped the shoulder and plunged headlong into this tree. Swiveling your battered head, you surveyed the wreckage. You realize that you are alone. Your kid brother must have gone off to get you some help. As you pry yourself free of the steering wheel's embrace, you can't help but notice the pungent odor of gasoline as it leaks from the ruptured gas tank. I mean, it has to be port 2. It's not working. Bummer. It would have been nice if it actually did. So we'll just use the joystick. Now, the problem with the emulators is, usually with the Commodore 64 emulators, that the mouse doesn't work properly. It usually has some problems with it. Oh well, it was still fun to try. I guess I need to reset now because it's not accepting my joystick anymore. Good to know. Good to know. Nope. There we go. So let's open that. The car door opens with some effort. The accident caused some damage to the door. Go. That way. Boom! There's a mighty explosion behind you as your car bursts into flames. That will at least save you the cost of a tow. Better try to find your younger brother and have him call a cab instead of a tow truck. Maybe I should put some music because this is one of those games that really doesn't have music in them. Only in certain parts, and it's only just a little jingle. I wonder if I have... I mean, I do have some atmospheric music. Yeah. Well, that's a good start.
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
Hey, Madral. Hey, Spicky. Welcome to Uninvited. You stand at the front porch of a house. This old Gothic mansion casts gloomy shadows all around you. A sharp wind cuts through your flesh to chill your bones. The pounding thunder grows louder and more threatening. The mailbox is now open. It's an envelope. It is addressed to a Master Crowley, 666 Blackwell Road, Loch Ness in Scotland. Nothing happened. You just click it to get it? Probably. I should open it. The envelope is now open. This note reads, Dear Master, please forgive me, my health prevents me from aiding you in your battle against the evil one. You teach your students well. They become too powerful for their own good. Unclosed is an amulet that should look familiar. Wear this charm and think of me. The undead fears symbology. Still the evil. Set it free from the sake of family. Door swings open with a creak. That's a creak, right? I know how to play the game. I did remember. As you enter the mansion, the door slams closed behind you. Welcome home. This entrance hall is a large, extravagant, luxurious room, yet it feels strangely oppressive. Hey, Swede. Let's go east to the library over there. Go. This room was designed for deep thought and research. Obviously, it was once inhabited by a serious man of letters. The harsh silence in the rest of the house is muted in this room of contemplation. This large ancient tome bears the symbol of the pentagram. This book is very, very, very old. Older than anything you've seen in this mansion. Yes, we've been around everywhere. Possibly older than the house itself. It's a bookcase filled with many fine books. You see the works of Bacon, Poe, Lovecraft, and Nostradamus. Many of the books seem to be hundreds of years old. Many are in the ancient languages and are indecipherable to you. It's a map of the heavens, a place you've always wanted to visit. This antique orb, which once spun freely, is now rusted in position. Poor orb. This room lacks warmth or beauty. It is barely functional with no concern for the trivialities of interior design. The old wooden floorboards creak under your weight. Your creaking footsteps echo through the emptiness of the huge house. There's something fishy about this trophy. Funny. This is a good-sized closet with lots of room for bric-a-brac. You know how to break a behavioral addiction? I'm not even sure what that is. Behavioral addiction. Likely because the trophy is not dancing to the bass in the background. Let the game do the bad puns. Even though there aren't that many of them. This broom has swept its fair share of floors. It looks like a convertible for a witch. This box looks like it came from an haberdasher. It's an aerosol spray can. The label reads Spider Cider, the arachnid anesthetizer recommended by leading entomologists everywhere. We do need that. The bottle's label reads No Ghost for poltergeist, vampires, and other undesirable undead visitors. Why is it then called just No Ghost? Vampires are not ghosts. Should have called it No Undead. And who makes this kind of a thing? This tall, thin box looks like it used to house a bottle. It is a box of laundry detergent. The box has a handy, resealable spout. They don't make boxes like these anymore. The Farmington Corrugated Box Company of Clay Pit, Minnesota went out of business years ago. It's a can of insecticide. You never know when you'll need to kill a bug. The silver bowl has been used by some slob as a spittoon. It smells like old chaw. Disgusting. Can I put my hand in it? Maybe find something? A weapon? It's a glass ashtray. It definitely did not come from the Holiday Inn. The loneliness of this abandoned estate makes you long for the company of your little brother. You have seen neither hide nor hair of him in quite a while. He should be somewhere on this estate. You'd better find him. The stairwell contains an old rickety spiral staircase that spins up toward the next level. And also apparently has an axe. This is the type of axe that broke up several of Henry VIII's marriages. Ah, an executioner's double axe. We'll take it. We're not going up just yet. I remember that's a bad place to go first. Hey, Tyr! I'm going to say it if no one else does. We have no idea what you're talking about. At least I don't. This room has a strange energy about it. There is a powerful presence in here. You do not feel alone. Just insignificant. Insignificant, huh? I wonder if that's the company that made Snake's first box. I mean, it had to be a bigger box, though. And who knows? Isn't someone going to axe where it came from? I mean, I knew that it's gonna be a bad joke, but... This estate appears bleak and depressing from up here. It is a large antique closet. It is made of dark oak and is very heavy. The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have infiltrated your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. You find it increasingly difficult to execute your will. For a minute, your thoughts seemed influenced by another mind. Ah! Scared? I was. This is half of a set of twin beds. The polka dot bed spread almost matches the room's decor. Does it? Shadows and light. This unsigned painting is an abstract pattern of blacks, whites, and grays. The solid-looking nightstand makes a hollow ring when you knock on it. This leather star-faced book looks old, but its binding is fresh and uncracked, as if it had never been opened. The nightstand is now open. The seal on this scroll looks familiar. It displays a self-consuming snake. Ah, Uroboros. The scroll is now open. On this old paper, there are but 6 words spread over 2 lines. It reads, Specan Heafod Abraxas and Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas. Alright. Now we know magic words, I guess. That was the point. And here we need to open the no-ghost. The bottle is now open. As you remove the cap from the small bottle, a foul odor bombards your olfactory senses. The liquid contents of this nearly empty bottle produce a smell similar to that of an injured skunk. It reminds you of the smell of a decay that surrounds the house itself. I mean, if you don't get this bottle quickly, when you come back down here, you might die, because there's always that lady skeletal ghost. Yeah, that's the lady. A mysterious woman appears. She is dressed like Scarlett O'Hara, and she stands with her back to you. Do it. F off, lady. She's got a beautiful skeletal face. Just a skull. You pour the foul-smelling liquid on the head of the overdressed guest. The liquid seems to burn as it drips over her. The bill lets out a horrifying scream as she appears to melt helplessly. Oh shit. Suddenly you feel like Dorothy and her little dog too. The bottle is now empty. And apparently the sound effect from the game for the scream was wee. We don't need this anymore because it's empty. This parlor has lost its original charm. The cracked, dirty walls are a testament to the estate's state of disrepair. Your view of the barren grounds of the estate is obscured by the 7 years' worth of dirt caked on the window pane. It looks like a goldfish bowl, but it's serving as a vase. Function before form, perhaps, just as in your case. This house is filled with some exquisite antique furniture. This chair is another fine example. Its plush, intricate upholstery is framed by the finest oak. You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. You think you see a somewhat cute abstract creature with a key in its hand pressed by. You're not sure whether it's your eyes or your mind playing tricks on you. Could be both. There is the devil. From here, you have a splendid view of the desolate estate. A large black spider quickly runs by you. Along. Let me see, what did I need to do? I know I need to use the spider cider. Ah. The railing. Judging from the sound, I think the spider crashed. In the faraway distance, you hear the malicious barking of an unfriendly dog. Oh, maybe that was a dog. Now let's use this on the railing. The spider cider had no effect on the veranda. This marble railing runs along the edge of the veranda. On the far side of it is the steep drop-off. One could fall about 20 feet from here. The smiling key-bearing creature prances quickly past you again. He grins childishly, as if taunting you. Oh, he is taunting me. Bastard. A white aerosol stream sprays from the spider cider can. It leaves a wet, sticky film on the railing. I'm sure a lot of people know how much moon logic these games have. They're notorious for it. The spider becomes paralyzed as it comes into contact with the spider cider. It is not dead, but it's not going anywhere without your help. Yay, we have a spider. For reasons. You'll see what the axe is for, and what we'll use for the dogs. It's gonna be stupid, just believe me. Yes. I mean, these games are also notorious that they have inside timers that you do not know about. This game also has it. You already saw the first indicator of it. When we saw that the image of the skull and the explanation that if something's fiddling with your mind, that's the timer. I mean, it says slowly making you go crazy. Sure loads a long time for a cartridge. This is an impressive sight. You could throw a terrific birthday bash in this room. The odor of stale wine still permeates the air. According to the label, it contained Dom Perignon 61, an excellent year. The bottle is both empty and corkless. Someone here must have had a good time. It looks like an ordinary pepper mill. It's an old large pewter bowl. This painting shows an eagle flying off with a snake in its talons. If you didn't catch that from the graphics, that was supposed to be eyes flying off from the painting. It looks like a pretty bucket of flowers. They're just right for a funeral or your senior prom. The set of double doors is now open. Let's go. Let's go to the kitchen. Upon entering the kitchen, you realize that this room is probably the most modern room in the house. After all, it appears to have been remodeled sometime this century. You must be kidding, the door is closed. I'll open it. Duh. Whoever has occupied this room must have been satisfied with small accommodations. This room does not seem quite as untidy as the rest of the house. You see no dust or cobwebs. It's sort of a 50s Art Deco grotesque leopard skin reading lamp. As you turn on the lamp, you see the picture on the wall slide to your left. Your tired eyes are having trouble focusing on the ghostly figure before you. An angry man's spirit hovers in chains in front of you. The ghost speaks. This is my room. Who let you in here? These are not the master's things. They're mine, 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 mine. And now we operate the spider on the ghost. Don't ask. It's what you do. The possessive ghost shrieks at the sight of the stunned spider. Flustered and frightened, the spirit dissolves from view, leaving you again alone. Yes, we scared a ghost with a spider. Makes sense. You know, there's nothing unusual about the pillow. You see nothing strange or interesting about the little pillow. This bottle of cologne is labeled Horse Trader. Smell like manure. It's a small crystal vial with a golden spray fixture. A rubber squeeze bag is attached for propulsion. A dark green liquid inhabits the bottle. The bristles of this dirty, dusty brush are filled with strands of gray hair and white speckles. White specks. Ugh, dandruff. This painting looks like Picasso's rendering of the Twilight Zone's title shot. It seems to be a journal of some kind, perhaps an old diary. You stare blankly at the cold, barren grounds of the estate through the window. You're glad to be looking at it from in here. It seems to be a journal of some kind, perhaps an old diary. It makes perfect sense. You use the kitchen implements to start making a breakfast and lure your brother back with the scent of a meal. It's so simple. I mean, this is the kind of a game that would go for that kind of a solution. This pantry smells musty and stuffy. Patches of wallpaper are missing in several spots. This tiny little room does not fit in with the rest of the sprawling palatial estate. It's a sharp kitchen knife. Grab it. The representation of the flaming stick indicates that this is a box of matches. Woo! A whisk. Nice beater. Or a beater. An aged salami. It's one of those 20-pound economy-sized bags of white flour. I wonder what the smallest one is. There's a 1-pound bag of iodized salt. When it rains, it pours. What? It is an old wooden spatula. This bastard was designed to suck the grease off the tops of broths and gravies. This silver tray would be an impressive service at a dinner party. At this point, you begin to worry about your little brother. You were supposed to take care of him, but you have not seen him for hours. You pray that no harm has come to him. Yeah, apparently it's been hours since we've been here. How slow does this guy walk? It's the Commodore 64 loading times to take hours. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you spoil anything about this game. I mean, this game is notoriously difficult. Even though it's an interesting game, it's just, you know, a little stupid in its own way. Especially because half of the puzzles are moon logic. 80% of the puzzles are moon logic. 90% of them are moon logic? The whole game is moon logic? Take your pick of the answers. My answer is everything is moon logic in this game. I mean, there's a lot of things that doesn't make any sense. Why, it's moon logic. It is an early American chair, very old and very valuable. It looks soft and cushiony. This couch looks comfortable. It is just long enough for you to lie down and stretch it out upon. Apparently one of these has something in them. So what we need to do is operate the knife on one of the chairs. There. As you rip through the fine upholstery, you discover a golden skeleton key. How would you ever know to do that? I mean, this is exactly an example of moon logic. There's nothing describing to us that there's a lump on the chair or anything. So you just have to somehow figure out that you need to get the kitchen knife in order to open the chair to get the key. Which is, it doesn't make any goddamn sense, so it is moon logic. Oh. The door that slammed itself shut behind you seems stuck, as if a great force is keeping it from being opened. Oh. I mean, that is the front door. Yeah, but how would you, mercenary, the point is, how would you know to cut open that chair to find a key? I mean, to me, that getting rid of the ghost with the no ghost potion makes sense. That's pretty much the only non-moon logic puzzle in the game. Actually using a proper bottle on a ghost that says, "Go away, ghost." Exactly, there's no description that it's decrepit or bad shape or has a lump on it or... Maybe I needed to sit down on it and feel like something's sticking up my ass. Yeah, you learn that she's a ghost from dying the first time. Yeah. I mean, this game is purely trial and error. And many of them is error, because you can die so easily in these games. This looks like a room designed for fun and games. It seems out of place in this gloomy estate. Despite the flat art school dropout technique displayed on the canvas, you are deeply affected by the cold stare from the frightening eyes of the subject. The face on this canvas is extremely ugly. This cabinet has a nice wood finish. There's a mother of pearl inlay on the trim. You notice that the cabinet's fine finish has been marred. It seems as if someone has carelessly hacked at the latch with a dull knife in an unsuccessful attempt to open it. The base of this table bears a chessboard. I wonder if there are any chess pieces lying around. Until now, you had only seen a gramophone in the movies. This record player has no electronic parts. It consists of a crankshaft, a nail of a needle, and a cone-like horn for a speaker. On the platter is a 78 RPM copy with a McNifty label of Rudy Valley singing Winchester Cathedral. Well, since we got the key, we can now open this. I mean, pretty much the first time you play this game, when you don't know anything about it, is that you do explore everywhere. And then you get these kind of little hints, and when you examine everything, you get like a hint on this, that somebody's tried to open this lock, so you probably need to find a key, which is the skeleton key we found. But trying to get that key is the tougher part. The cabinet is now open. The little doll is a small reproduction of a gypsy fortune teller. What do you wish to say to the doll? That was the... Spec on health for the breakfast? Talk to my pious brother, he can help you find yours. A word from him can open doors in high places. Thanks for that. I wonder if we do get music, now that I'm gonna operate this. As the old Victrola spews out its sounds, the problem occurs within, causing the record to start skipping, and soon the old mainspring snaps with a loud. Anyway, that Rudy Valley sure had a snazzy sound. I've never heard anybody say snazzy about somebody's sound. Snazzy. Welcome back, mannequin. So X to hack said moored item. And no, we had the key for it. Should we actually provide proper question to a doll like this in this place? Don't ask me, I'm busy. Don't ask Spidey what comes next, it annoys him. He doesn't want to give away anything for what that's worth in this game. Or maybe just hates explaining such things. Where did you get this impression from? It's only if I know a game really well, I don't want to spoil things. Because I want to keep, especially if there's people who don't know the game at all, I want to keep them surprised. So, usually I can just say if the game is bad in some ways, or it has some, if it's famous or it has infamy in some ways, but story-wise, I don't want to explain anything. I mean, people can be curious, but they might not get any answers. It's not that I don't hate it. I just don't want to say anything about it. Especially if it involves the plot or such. But with this game, there's a lot that I don't remember about it. So it's all a surprise to me as well. Oh, where was I? Going up. Yeah, Gabriel was talking to me. This must be the master bedroom. Interesting decor. There's a stale smell about this room as if it hadn't been opened for years. Ah! A skull face. Again, the evil that dwells within the estate vies for control of your spirit. Its influence grows more and more powerful. Soon you will not have the strength of mind to fight it off. You can feel that the spirits collected here are anxiously anticipating your induction. Yeah, that's what they all say. This antique wheelchair is your favorite piece of furniture in this house. Form and function combine to create a mobile seat. This is a photograph of a man in Rome. This is a photograph of a man in Paris. He has an appearance that makes him look Chinese. He's standing with his arms around a friend. Both men are wearing long robes. This seems to be some sort of lab journal. Wax and wick and candlestick. If you need some light, this might turn the trick. It is a large heavy chest with 2 doors. This thing must have been built along with the floor. You can't imagine it being moved. The cabinet won't open. It's locked. Yep, I don't want to open the wall. It don't do nothing. The cabinet is now unlocked. This wooden box glows with a lustrous finish and closes to an airtight seal. This fine-cut glass vial has a brilliant gold cap. Inside there is a strange black liquid. It rolls around in the vial without splashing. It seems as if it were in one piece. Luffy? The scroll is now upon. That was definitely not your imagination. This little creature is definitely running circles around you. It disappears as quickly as it appears. It moves too fast for you to react to it. Yeah, look at him go, so fast. The old papyrus reads, gold, silver, and mercury. Together they form a key. The old papyrus reads, the heart of the garden maze contains the Blothony gem. There are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery. And I never played further than opening the mailbox of Uninvited. Never saw a walkthrough or played very far, so I don't have answers at all. I'm just making up thoughts for the humor. Winding up being right is kind of a weird game response to the humor. I'm also proving the moon logic more than anything. You don't want to open the wall? Why not? It makes as much sense as anything else. Well, there wasn't a keyhole, and I tried the key, but just poking at the wall is not gonna open anything. Which is stupid. It should open the wall. I mean, this game is filled with moon logic, so why didn't it open the wall? Boom, boom, boom. Bing, bing, bing. I didn't steal from him, I was continuing his joke. Why are you being so negative nanny today, Gabriel? What's wrong? Do you want... Is there something wrong? Yesterday you were acting up like this, today you're acting up like this. There's definitely something wrong. Is there anything I can do? Anything anybody can do? I mean, what you're doing is just, you know, bashing me with all kinds of negativity, and you're not being a, you know, you're always talking about friendships and everything, but you're not being a friend at all. And it's affecting the stream, if you ask me. How am I not a friend? I mean, the only one complaining here is you. You're stepping on thin ice now. Like, seriously. I mean, currently, you're just creating an awkward situation here. We're trying to have fun here, but you're the only one not really... Well, you are trying to work with us, making jokes as well, but... constantly bashing me. Like I've done something horribly wrong here today. Or even yesterday. So it feels like I've done something to you? Personally? I mean, this feels like it's personal. I really don't want to do this kind of a thing during the stream, but now I'm starting to be fed up with it, with this attitude that you've got. We used the thin ice to prepare a proper pina colada with the pineapple from Gabriel State. Then the empty bottle from earlier in the game to help mix it and cause the real spirits to form in the bottle and drink a drink that gets the dog drunk to pass by it. I got the answer first, I solved the puzzle. Let me read the walkthrough. Let's see. Holy shit, he's correct. I never thought about that. But then again, moon logic always works. I mean, moon logic works with this game. I really need to go get that empty bottle then. I need that back. So we just talked with them, got that. Wait a minute, am I in the wrong room? Hey, room, Baba. Ah, this is where I'm supposed to go. The walls of this room are lined with the heads of dead animals. This moose head is huge. Must have been really intimidating when it had a body. It has a very strange look at its eyes. Ooh, that's one ugly pig. He was probably an awful boar. It is a traditional mbute ceremonial shield. This type of shield misrepresents itself because it was never used in combat, only ritual ceremonies of sympathetic magic. This is one big bear, like in the Addams family. It stands about 9.5 feet tall. Can I not look at the guns? The walls of this room are aligned with the heads of the skin of this large jungle cat makes a handsome throw rug. However, thin tiger skin does not make as plush a carpet as a thick bear skin. Utopia must fall. I haven't heard of that one. Wait a minute, I've gone to the wrong place. Great. I have completely lost myself now. Great. Was I in here before? I was way ahead in the walkthrough. And this led to the kitchen. There's a lot of good arcade games out there. Is it here that I need to go? Yeah, this is where I needed to go. Because now we operate. This painting depicts a mighty python wrapping itself around a rather large egg. The egg seems unfazed and stares intently across the room. Are you sure it's an egg then if it's staring? No, don't operate self on the matches. We're not gonna self-emulate here. Here to start the fire. The matchbox does not have any effect on the firewood. Several dried logs with some sticks thrown in for kindling rest in the fireplace. The firewood does not have any effect on the... Oh, yep, that. Use the matchbox on the firewood. How come it doesn't? I'm supposed to be turn fire on. Do I open the fire? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's one of those that you turn these knobs? It is an old Victorian kerosene lamp. That might be actually it. Could be that silly. That I need to open this. Yep. And now I operate one of these matchsticks. On the fire. Do I operate this on the book? Oh, the specificness. That's better. The dry firewood quickly caught fire. Now that it's... No, it's not that chill. It's so chilly. I'm just gonna drop this burning match in there. And now... the match you lit before was now gone out. Good. And now we put this in the fire. For reasons. As you toss the box into the fire, a large, thick puff of smoke jumps out. As the smoke clears, you notice a brass pentagram that apparently survived the burning of the box. Alright. Looks more like a sheriff's star to me. But it's in the shape of a pentagram, so... Gotta be the sheriff around these parts. This heavy brass star bears the inscription Fire and Ice. It is in the shape of a pentagram, a 5-pointed star wrapped in a circle. As they usually are. I actually don't remember. I just want to be careful, you know. Because these kind of games could easily kill you, even with the most simplest of things. It's interesting that it's telling me to... Oh, yet again, I'm reading on the wrong spot of the walkthrough. Hey, Lars! Currently, I'm still learning how to read properly this walkthrough. I keep skipping to a wrong spot. Open this door. The set of double doors are now open. Let's go. Let's see what we find in here. Brrr, there's no central heating in this old Gothic mansion. The curved outer wall of this room is exposed to the elements of 3 directions. It is colder in here than it is outside, and there is no fireplace. It must be awful during the winter. This heavy oak desk is not as extravagant as many of the other furnishings in the house, but it seems to have seen the most use. This mountainscape is stunning and exhilarating. You can almost smell the mountain air gusting from the canvas. This ink blotter is marked with the lines of many letters. Fine indentations crisscross the surface of the blotter. It's a lot of paper. What do you wish to say to yourself? Gold, silver, and voicing your thoughts out loud clears your mind, allowing you to relax. Huh. Huh. What? This card reads, HG Mercury, number 80. This metal appears to be a liquid when it is in its solid state. The silvery liquid-like metal reacts visibly to changes in temperature. Has a dangerous cumulative effect if taken internally. Hey, Fornado. I think that might have held the timer a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what the effect of that was? That certainly was the place where you needed to say that out loud. I mean, that first card was about the Mercury, which was one of the words. Alright. Drop the knife. Oh, the knife. And the spider cider. Then we get the cage. It is a small cage with a handle to allow it to be transported. Oh boy, we're going back out. We're going outside. We might meet the dogs soon. Oh, not open. Go. This large expanse of backyard reminds you of the Wizard of Oz. Does it? Does it remind me of Wizard of Oz? In the distance, there looms the shadowy remnant of an old chapel. You sense the movement in the pools of darkness around the building. In the distance, you see what appears to be a building constructed mainly out of glass. The functionally shaped dome atop of the far removed building implies that whoever lived here may have had an interest in astronomy. Hello, Goblin! Well, there's the exploding doggies. Perfect music. You stand before a large jewel-studded entrance. The wind attacks your exposed flesh. Ears, fingers, and your nose are the premier casualties. As you approach the chapel entrance, you are confronted by two menacing dogs. The vicious canines block your path, teeth bared and snarling. As the dogs look you over, they begin salivating profusely. It seems an appropriate response to your arrival. What do you wish to say to the dog? Well, the other thing that we learned. Instatum Illuminaris Abraxas. Oh, not instatum, instantum. Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas. There they go. With the utterance of these magic words comes a blinding bolt of lightning and a blast of thunder. At this, the dogs recoil, they put their tails between their legs and scamper across the grounds of the estate. You now have access to the chapel door. From now on, you might want to watch where you step. Is that a promise or a threat? Probably both. It's a hint to save. I would say so, yeah. You stand in solemn awe in this abandoned house of worship. In the silence, you can hear the prayers of righteous predecessors. You feel the presence of many long-dead worshippers. You feel yourself a stranger, yet you feel protected. This beautifully crafted crucifix is attached firmly to the wall. This is what is known as a cross-examination. The small wooden cross, although dry and warped, exudes a distinct aura of purity and good like nothing else on this estate. It appears to be quite old. It also has been handled considerably as shown by the many smooth surfaces that once had detail. Cross-examination because I was examining the cross. It's so weird that this is a horror game, but it has these stupid puns littered around it. I mean, it's like they decided to put some humor into this to balance the horror. Yeah, it was bad. This rather gaudy candle holder looks like it was stolen from Liberace's stage show. It is armed and ready with 9 candles. This beautiful column brings to mind the splendid Doric columns of the Parthenon. This heavy stone bust displays a look of pious self-righteousness on its marble face. Spegon Hevodabraxas. The marble bust speaks. It moans these words. Master, please open thy door for this poor family man, but do not let him travel in darkness. Bob, 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 bob. Nice that they animated the statue. Huh. The door on the left opened. As you light the candles, the flames grow one by one. Cool. Matchbox is now closed. That's safe, isn't it? Light up 9 candles and then shove it up your pocket. You would think that you would do them the other way around. But not here. You light them first, then put them here. Backpack, pocket, pants, wherever. Ass. As you leave the chapel, a strange ghost flies over you. It doesn't attack you. The glow of the candles dims the presence of the ghost. It is offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home. Ah. So if I didn't take the lit candles, that would have killed me. Okay. So they were all useful for this part. There. We'll leave them there. It's a good place for the candles. It'll ward off any other ghosts that try to come here. Hopefully. Oh boy. Now we get to go to a maze. Everybody's favorite. I really need to keep a close eye on this path now. Then I make sure I don't make any mistakes. A strange creature resembling an eye with wings passes by. Did you ever get the feeling that you were being watched? No, but I'm getting bombarded by stupid puns. And funnily enough, not from mercenary. I mean, these punny jokes are just unnecessary and stupid, right? It's an unusual architectural structure with an entrance in the front. It's just begging for a closer examination. Let's go then. You're uneasy about continuing through this eerie labyrinth. The farther you go, it seems, the farther you have to go. Looks like a corridor. These cold stone corridors give you the creeps. The dark gray misty air hangs heavily here. It is hard to retain your sense of direction. Not unless you have a walkthrough here. Maybe. I mean, if you ask me, mazes in a game that has an in-game timer, putting a maze in there, it's not fun. I mean, I can only wonder how many people got lost in here for a long time and died constantly. A cracked tombstone juts from the hardened earth to mark a man's grave. You begin to wonder how many graves inhabit this maze. You also begin to wonder which came first, the labyrinth or the graves. The chicken. Definitely the chicken. Ah yes, a real-life Spider-Man. I've seen pictures and videos of those. They are the true daredevils. Because hey, they have no fear. And now we go east. This is a long part too. Just looking at how many letters I see there that are directions. This is ridiculous. It's like a total of maybe a little bit over 30 steps. You're overwhelmed by a sense of disorientation as you wind from room to room. You're overwhelmed by the sense of blah blah blah. Either this guy was buried prematurely or he was resurrected late. What little flesh he has left hangs loosely from his exposed bones. He exudes the stench of decay that permeates the entire estate. He is a zombie. We need to use the amulet on him. You show your golden talisman to the walking abomination and it runs away. You begin to feel a sense of urgency concerning your little brother. You feel that all is not well. Somewhere on this estate he waits for you to come save him. You must get to him in time. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. A sense of paranoid claustrophobia creeps into your consciousness. You feel confined and then watched as you wander the spooky stone labyrinth. I mean, our hero here has been walking around for hours, you know. It takes time to start feeling lost or something. I mean, that's how the game describes in some of these moments. I've been playing the game for 5 minutes, but in-game we've been around for hours. A stone cross has been planted in the sterile, rock-hard dirt that carpets this maze. This cross obviously marks a grave. It seems that this sepulchral labyrinth could have been constructed upon a cemetery. You think so, huh? I wouldn't have thought so. Now we have to put the flowers on the grave for reasons. That certainly is thoughtful of you to leave flowers at a stranger's grave. As you place the flowers down to show your respect for the dear departed, the tombstone gratingly slides aside, revealing a man-sized tunnel. Ah, that's why it said to go west next. How very nice of the grave to move out of the way. Yeah, remember that moon logic? Ah! You're overwhelmed by the sense of this. We are in this room! Yay! This is another one of those notorious moments of opening the wrong cage will kill you. Because there's animals in those grates up ahead. So let's open the cage. It appears to be a door of some kind. No, don't operate self. The inventory cannot be opened. Yeah, because it's constantly open. The key doesn't do anything. Do I just open then? The cage won't open, it's locked. Looks like a keyhole. It seems like this may control the 3 doors around it. Oh. A random grave needs random flowers in a maze, tons of passages for a key solution. Okay, I accept. Even I can't argue a moon logic argument now. The cage is now open. This one key unlocks the 3 cages simultaneously. The iron-barred doors spring open. 3 animals jump out of the cages. They're bewildered by their freedom and new surroundings. They also look hungry. There's a bird, a cat, and a snake. Before the dazed bird can spread its wings, you grab and quickly trap it in the portable cage. The bird is unharmed, but the uncaged animals then furiously attack each other. The cat snarls, but the snake counters with a quick, venomous strike. The poison goes from the snake's fangs to the cat's bloodstream, and easily disables and kills the formerly ferocious feline. Yes! The snake ate the cat. Quite quickly. Poor cat. Poor kitty cat. Oh, we're done here. The snake silently slithered away when you weren't watching. You now feel trapped, imprisoned in the stony maze like some mythic minotaur. Or minotaur. Ah! You're overwhelmed by a sense of disorientation. Before your eyes is the biggest, strangest creature you've ever seen. It bounces up and down as if you're trying to tell you something. However, you can't figure out what it's trying to say. You don't even know if it is friendly. I wouldn't say a thing like that is friendly. Certainly, it reminds me of the Antwerps in Quest for Glory. Although the Antwerps are much nicer looking. The bird was happy that you released it. Are you sure about that? The strange creature was utterly fascinated by the bird. It gave chase to eat it. So that happened. Well, we got ourselves a gem, I think. This beautiful gem is large and heavy. It looks like one of the artifacts from the wealthy Rangu Kontash dynasty. And you know this how? Maybe our guy is, you know, a jack of all trades. They just know things. Now we get out of here, which is a very long way. Strap in, people. This is a long way to get out of here. Hey, Zippin. You came here at the right time, when it's the most boring moment of the game. Getting out of this maze. Looks like a cage. One room leads to another, almost identical to it. Yeah, this looked exactly identical than as the other room. Good luck with that. For the purpose of me playing an impossible mission or something. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, now it's just to the south. And we're out of here. We can breathe. Boom, boom. Right, now we go to the greenhouse. You stand before the entrance to a greenhouse. The glass is covered with what appears to be dust and condensation on the inside. This steel and glass structure must have once housed a multitude of life forms. Now potted corpses inhabit shallow clay graves. It seems living organisms don't do well on this estate. Whoever lived here must have had a gold touch, but no green thumb. It is a large red clay dirt-filled pot. Nothing is growing in it. Dead wood sticks poke out of a rock-hard dirt. This dead plant used to be a fern, perhaps. It's a plant skeleton. The plant in this pot hasn't begun to decay. It is covered by a fine white film. This plant is seriously dead. This tin can has a long spout for reaching into plants and depositioning water at their dirt floors. You could have just said that it's a watering can. Water streams from the can into the hardened, cracked soil. The dry dirt quickly sucks up the liquid nourishment. This potted plant was obviously in desperate need of a drink. Lightning. Lightning inundates the greenhouse, instantly followed by deafening thunder. Yeah, it was very deafening. So deafening I didn't even hear it. It's so nice that again the walkthrough is telling me go to the bathroom.
I don't know where the bathroom is. You never told me. And there's no map.
Right now the walkthrough sucks. Get planned to go to the bathroom. Sure, I'll go to the bathroom as soon as I find it. Like, where the heck could this... Has to be in the master bedroom, upstairs. Maybe, yeah. Now go to the bathroom, take a 10-minute break, and come back to the game and finish it. Many of the voices in your mind now are not your own. You begin to feel almost at home here among the undead. To your dismay, the other world is beginning to look more attractive to you than this one. Its inhabitants beckon to you, but you are not yet ready to join them. You do not know where you found this final reserve of willpower. It came not a moment too soon. It is almost too late. Oh great, we're running out of time. I don't think we're gonna make it. If we are, we're gonna be super lucky. This was 2 discs, but I'm playing the cartridge version. I can only imagine how slow this is with the original diskette version. Hey, bathroom! With an aquarium? The bathroom is cold and dark. There's no toilet. Whoever lived here really did have a mysterious way of doing things. It is a 20-gallon fish tank. There seems to be tiny gold flecks drifting around the tank. What's left of the goldfish, I guess. 7 years have not dulled the beautiful shine on the porcelain tub. Yeah, maybe that's not water at all in the fish tank. This solid gold faucet is one expensive plumbing fixture. A golden hot knob. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. After a moment, clean cold water splashes from the faucet. The plant does not have any effect on the tub. So I really do need to just place it here. And it'll work. Like that. Or maybe now I operate this on the faucet? I wonder if this soap is 99 and 44 100% pure. Now both the hot and cold knobs are turned and warm water comes out of an even faster rate than before. Brown water is flowing into the tub. Ew. Perhaps I should have waited with my appearance due to poor internet in train, but yeah, I'm sure there would be interest to see Impossible Mission there, and I'm sure some of your viewers would love to meet you. There's been another fun weekend there. Oh, Belly Marathon was this weekend? Okay. I think it's a certain brand of soap that it was referencing. I just can't remember which. Last Friday, the train to Oulu was delayed by 2 hours before arriving to destination, and we even had to switch trains. Wow. Might be Dove. Might be. Oops. Hey, it grew.
Gurgle, gurgle, glop.
Yep, that's what's happening. Gurgle, gurgle. It said that after a moment, clean cold water splashes from the faucet, yet it's still brown. Make up your mind game. I don't even know if this is helping it at all. Like advancing its growth. I'm gonna take you back to the greenhouse before you're too big for me to carry. It says that it will carry fruit. So it's some kind of a fruit tree that we're growing up here. I mean, this is not King's Quest. Yeah, that's what I would have thought it would do, but nope, it just says that I need to water it, then go back here, plant it on the floor, and it'll grow up and give fruit. The limber branches of this rapidly growing plant bend under the weight of the heavy fruit it now bears. There it is. Alright. We have the fruit. Cool. Alright. Now we can wander on. Wherever we're going next. To the next building. You stand at the entrance of a large domed building. The Magisterium. This niche has a very peculiar shape. This ugly, elaborate doorway is endowed with a strange eclectic mix of decorations from at least 3 different centuries. The pentacle design is the only consistent thematic thread that might have some importance. How do you feel about the fruit growing? Another one that is time consuming on a time limited game is not a good idea. So yeah, don't. It should have been an instant, like if we should have found something like a super growth kind of a plant feed that you put it into the watering can and then you pour it on the plant that it... Of course, but you needed to wait for the plant to grow, and that affects also the timer. The in-game timer. This is how stupid this game is. This is how hard it is. The door is now open. No. Ah. This elongated room contains 3 doorways. A strange, hideous creature stares at you. Would you like some fruit? You offer the potted plant to the ugly creature. At this, the strange creature's hungry eyes light up. It voraciously attacks the plant, seizing one of its fruits. In one swallow, it downs the entire juicy seed bearer. As it swallows the fruit, the hideous creature disappears. The cold, silent corridor now echoes its emptiness. You're just gonna poof? Oh. It actually showed the fruits vanishing from the plant. Didn't notice. Alright. Now we got thunder and lightning in here. Lightning from the storm outside intensely illuminates the room. There is loud thunder quickly following as the storm approaches. Oh boy, we need to open a safe. I can only wonder how you're gonna get this combination. Like, what things do you need to look at? This looks like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. You wonder what experiments were performed in here and by whom. You don't feel very comfortable in here. A formidable array of flasks and beakers are connected together. You can see different substances inside them. You wonder what it is all for. This is an extremely ugly fireplace. This is a large cauldron, the likes of which may have been seen in Macbeth. This heavy iron door is equipped with a large combination lock. It forms an airtight seal with the casing of the wall. What is the combination? It is 79, 47, and 80. There. Safe is open now. It's a nice big cookie jar. Shaking it, it sounds as if it contains one solid object. We finally get to know how to open, or not open, well, you'll see how stupid this is. I mean, if I try to open this, this cookie jar is sealed so tightly that you cannot open it. We do have an item to use to open it. You bring the axe down upon the jar. The jar crumbles, but the contents remain intact. That's just how the cookie jar crumbles. For fuck's sake. They just need to put these fucking stupid puns in this fucking stupid game. It's not funny, and it doesn't make sense that you put so many stupid puns in your game. Just keep it horror! That's what people would expect from a game like this, not puns. And it takes away the intensity of the game. Yeah, lightning and thunder. Got it. Storm approaching. Cool. And now we put the cookie down. The grinning demon finally stops running. He grabs the waiting cookie, nibbles on it, and quickly runs from the room. In his wake, he leaves the key which he had carried with him. You now have the key, but his disappearance leaves you feeling slightly lonely. All this to get the key from that creature. All this work. Jesus Christ. LucasArts would never put you through this much work. Although they do. But here it feels like a chore. Well, in LucasArts games, it actually feels fun. Hey, Timmer! Timmer, 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 Timmer. Far away distance, you hear the malicious barking of an unfriendly dog. Ah, they returned. Good thing I don't need to deal with them anymore. Now we know where the use mouse to get key from under couch puzzle came from. Use mouse to get key from under couch puzzle. Oh, that's Phasmophobia 2. Took me a little while to remember. Sending Blob to get the key, but she just stays under the freaking couch, and then you have to go get her out of there with a bar. Phantasmagoria, not Phasmophobia. Why did I say Phasmophobia? I meant Phantasmagoria. This trapdoor rests flush against the ground. The trapdoor is now open. You slide thigh-deep into this bubbling tar pit. You nearly choke on the noxious odor of flesh in decay. Your stomach turns as you slide deeper into the tar. The star does not have any effect on the cave. Take care, mercenary! Oops. Didn't want to open the book. You still have not found your brother. He needs your help. You can't suppress the growing sense of foreboding that now overwhelms you. Okay, we're in a pickle. It says to operate Pentagon on a cave. But it says it doesn't have any effect. And also, yes, Pentagon. I mean, the person who wrote this has a lot of typos in there. Nothing happened. Maybe if I just go north. This dark gaping hole reminds you of something from a Freudian nightmare. This huge spider spins chills down your spine. Its head is the same size as yours, its body dwarfs you, however. It is horribly ugly and has huge sharp hairs all over it. This cave is inhabited by a giant arachnid. Its 8 large hairy legs stick into the mud. In a moment, the huge creature attacks you from above. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws. Ooh, we died! Hey, Pest. What the heck is this talking about? I better find another freaking solution for this because this is so bad. This moment is so badly written. The Killing Game Show. So I was supposed to go to the right. It looks like you can easily go down the shaft, but you can't quite reach it to go up. Oh, maybe it's to the left then? Huh. An acrid mist rises from the frozen sludge over the cave mouth. The misty tendrils form themselves into a robed human figure. He has an almost benevolent appearance. He says, "You've come! I've been waiting for you!" For you. The mists reform and he disappears. You stand in a section of cave that is mysteriously frozen. Now here we operate this on the cave. I mean, it's fire and ice. You place the brass pentagon in a nook in the ice. Instantly, the star glows red and a strange creature appears. It is shaped like a pyramid covered with flames. It approaches the ice mass and engulfs it. Steam bursts from the block as it rapidly melts. The melting ice mass creates a flow of water that rushes into the next cave. The current sweeps a human figure from within the ice into the next cave. Why are you so mad? Why the fire so mad? Why? Oh, hi. The roadman reappears and speaks directly to you. "Just hurry, my son. I've been waiting it a very long time. So has he. We both lack patience. Hurry and get rid of him as far away as possible." Alright. We're near the end, but I should eat. I should eat before we finish this. So let's take a small break and see how this silliness will end right after. I mean, all I need to do is this. Here we are. Take care, Robubba. Cats, cats, kitty, cats, cats, yeah, yeah. Let's see what kitty cats we have today. There's one.
Those adorbs!
There's a triple loaf mode. I know they are, but I've been loading them up, and my headphones have been broken lately. Like the hub doesn't recognize that even though they are loaded up like to 50 or 60%, it keeps still saying
battery 10%.
So somehow the connection with the program and the headphones is broken. I mean, these still work fine, but it's just the program doesn't recognize that they are getting, you know, charged up. Stupid. I don't know what's happened to make it like that, but it isn't very annoying. But if I turn them off and back on, maybe that might show the proper charge in it. I'm not sure if that works, but something's gone wrong with them. At least they're not completely broken, which is a good thing. Let me test this. No, they're still blinking.
Battery 10%.
Yeah, it still says 10%. Wonder if it could be the, if I plug out the receiver from the computer. Do you think that would work? I'll try it. I'll turn these off and try that out. Nope, still blinking. I mean, at least they are recharging. I know that when I look up these on the Logitech hub, it shows that they're recharging, but it doesn't up the percentage. So I don't know what's gone wrong with the connection. Yeah, it says 9%, but it's charging. And I've been charging this since I started the stream. So you can unplug them and throw the entire device from the system, then replug it and it should reinstall. And maybe that's what I should do then. Might be the only option left. At least at this point. I'll be right back. Gotta go get something. My food is already here. Want some salsa house. A little bit of salsa in this. To make it spicy. Indeed, a soy munch. Oh. Same thing I had for lunch. It's pasta and sausage in a spinach cheese sauce. But I've also added a little bit of ketchup and now salsa sauce. It is delightful. I put a picture of it in Discord earlier when I made it. No, don't know that term. There's no translation for it. Oh, queso is cheese. Liver cheese. This is what it translates straight to. Liver cheese. A German kind of meatloaf. No, I've never heard of it. So it's pretty much meatloaf, but made out of cheese and liver. In Austria and Swabian, let me see, there is a...
Leberkäse.
Leberkäse. Alright, now we know how to pronounce it.
Leberkäse.
Literally liver cheese, sometimes also Leberkäse or Leberkäse. Specialty food found in the south of Germany, in Austria and parts of Switzerland consists of beef, pork, and bacon. It's made by grinding the ingredients very finely and then baking it as a loaf in a bread pan until it has a crunchy brown crust. Variations may be made using other kinds of meat such as horse meat or turkey, or may contain additional ingredients such as cheese or minced chili peppers. Leberkäse is also called Fleischleib, which means literally means meatloaf. But it is not a meatloaf, which in German is called the Hackbraten, literally ground roast, from Hackfleisch, ground meat, and Einbraten, a roast. So it is not liver. It's just called a liver cheese, but it's beef, pork, and bacon. Sounds delightful, though. I mean, even the picture that shows that it's like in the shape of a bread, but it's meat. I mean, it's beef, pork, and bacon. How can you go wrong with that? If I ever got my hands on Leberkäse, I would probably just slice it and put on put on bread.
Leberkäse.
Leberkäse. Leberkäse. Yeah, cold cut into very thin slices are used on a variety of sandwiches, usually seasoned with pickled cucumbers. With a nice Chianti. Oh. Oh. No. Ugh. Huh. I should have used this walkthrough that I'm currently using instead of the other one, because that wooden cross that I examined in the church, I needed to take that with me. It didn't say on the other walkthrough, it just said examine cross, and then it started to explain other stuff like... No wonder it had so many typos in it too. I guess the guy just quickly wrote it and I was like, yeah, that's a good one. So I need to go back to the church. Is it okay to tell someone to stop teasing or stop being annoying? If you do it gently. I mean, if they start getting on your nerves. Why do I have a 28-second tune in there? Why does that exist in there? Go figure. Today I learned I can reheat the bechamel and use it as a base for mashed potatoes instead of milk. Huh. Thinking deeply about that and getting really sad. It's okay though, I need to get sad as well, not just to think. Sadness is just an emotion. It is. It is a strong, but also in times very valuable emotion. Like a lot of people say that don't cry, when I would say, do cry. It's a good emotion to have. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I've cried because I needed to deal with some heavy stuff. I mean, the good thing is that once you get over it, you're like, okay, now I can deal with this stuff, like head on, and see what I need to do. Just getting that sad emotion, out of the way. It helps, in a way, to cry. In some situations, it's just good to cry. Whew. Using it to reframe an idea from the perspective of another bias. Ah, interesting. Well, now with this happy music, let's go finish this game, shall we? Just gotta go quickly. No, Bess, he wasn't talking to you. Oh man, I'm trapped down here. Just realized. Man. I hope I didn't quick save while I got down here. Good. It would be kind of funny if we went all the way through here, got to the end, and then I don't have the wooden cross, and we wouldn't be able to finish it. Soft locking, everybody's favorite. Oh yeah. Not Revel's Bolero. It sounds like it, but it's not. There we go. As you move the cross, you see the altar move to the side. Oh. Well, the walkthrough told me not to go in there. There's a giant spider ready to eat my face. Still not have found your brother. He needs your help. You can't suppress the growing sense of foreboding that now overwhelms you. I'm practicing to use sadness for a purpose. Emotions give the mind power to push the limits. I use emotions to give myself power. This is why I hate when they get messed with. It fucks up all my strategies, some of which is vital. Admitting vulnerability makes it less pretentious. I've gone too far. Yeah, it's alright, Gabriel. We just move on. I mean, see, it feels like that was something that you needed to say, even though it might have been weird and wrong, but still you felt like you needed to say it. That it's fine. It's fine. I mean, not the best thing to do, but, you know, we forgive, we forget, and we move on. It's like we learn, we adapt, and then we do. Kind of. Now let's watch it does look like Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen. But let's watch the dark-robed person yet again flow out of the cave. At least we get to see that again. Current sweeps a human figure from within the ice into the next cave. And melt. You must hurry, my son. I've been waiting a very long time, so has he. We both lack patience. Hurry and get rid of him as far away as possible. Whatever you say, Gramps. Apparently it was a man in robes. But he might be a turd. Who knows? This cave contains a strange stone altar. There's a deep pit in the center. We actually never read the diary. The diary is now open. The diary reads, "The master would, or could not, so I have stolen Drakan's star. He is an evil soul. Unlike the master, he uses his power for amusement and profit. He is not concerned with spiritual enlightenment. There is no compassion with his power. I grow weak. I am dying. I have hidden the star in the master's special box. It never opens, it has no locks. Drakan's star never discerns. In fire it freezes, in ice it burns." And that's what happened. Welcome back, Goblin. In his dark robe, the frozen figure begins to thaw rapidly. As his temperature rises, you feel a powerful, evil presence filling the room, along with a very, very noxious odor. The entire room is filled with a loathsome, cold blanket of oppression. You now begin to realize why you felt so much foreboding. And why all the trees and wildlife have withered. You feel like you are about to panic, and with every passing moment that feeling increases. The figure that was previously frozen in the ice has now thawed out. He's very grateful that you let him free. However, he is the evil one. He feels you must die. You do. Great. Fantastic. Can I do all this shit again? At least I have the cross, so. So instead of examining him and letting him thaw out, this is uninvited. I'm really close to the end. Well, the C64 version is... well, you do see it. Whee! There goes Drakan, the one that we read in the journal just now. So what we need to do is get rid of him. And no axe is not the answer here. It's just push him into that hole. Nothing happens. Hit him? Hitting the evil genius accomplishes nothing. Operate him into there. You attempt to shove the frozen figure into the dark pit. Unfortunately, he has regained consciousness. He uses your weight at the moment to send you hurtling into the bottomless pit. Shocked, you fall helplessly into the abyss. The speck of light above you disappears as you become part of the darkness. Shit. Let's try again. The evil genius does not have any effect on the tunnel. You push the robe man into this dark, bottomless pit. His moan echoes from quite some time, gradually fading. Yeah, we killed the evil one. A dark dirt-walled stairway leads up towards a doorway. Stone and dirt are tightly packed together to form a solid, damp walls. You wonder how long this cavern has existed. You can't even venture a guess. How old is this house? The wooden door seems out of place in these underground caves. The door won't open. It is locked. Oh, good thing we got the key from the demon, little bitch. The door is now unlocked. Then open it. Oh. Ah. I never tried opening that door. Brr. There's no central heating. As you enter the study, I heard a... The door slams closed behind you. You can hear the high-pitched moans of a young boy and something else. You recognize the pained voice as that of your little brother. It is the first sign of him you have encountered. The sounds seem to emanate from upstairs. The screams cut off suddenly. The silence is deafening. Don't worry, brother. We're coming to save you. As soon as possible. Loud thunder echoes all around you as the storm outside intensifies. Put away! Your brother's screams get louder as you enter the upstairs hallway. You must be getting closer to him. The old wooden door floorboard splurge. Door won't open, it's locked. Can I operate it with the skeleton key? Key doesn't do anything. Alright. Guess that's a door that never opens. Oh, I went the wrong door, not the upper right. I need to go to the upper left. Because this is where there is a bathroom in here too. Yep, this one. This bathroom is cold and dark. There's no toilet, blah, blah, blah. As you enter the bathroom, the door slams shut behind you. Your brother's screams are deafeningly loud in here. It almost seems as he is on top of you. It's as if someone or something wants you to be here. Gurgle, gurgle, glop. The drain in the tub does not seem to be functioning.
Gurgle, gurgle, glop.
Now the both hot and cold knobs are turned and warm water comes out at an even faster rate than before. The drain does not work. The water in the bathtub now begins to overflow. The light fixture seems to have been shaped to be gripped. There's no light switch. Your feet now start getting wet. You were really in no hurry to take a bath, but there are some things beyond your control. It is a marble shelf on a gold support. You see yourself in a round frame. The frame looks nice. You, on the other hand, look terrible. You can't reach the light. How about now? You can't reach the light. How about now? The light is now open. Get through. Shadowgate was never released originally on the C64. It was later somebody created Castle Shadowgate that was then released. And that was last year. It was only Deja Vu and Uninvited. Let me actually check it. On Lemon 64, at least, there's only Uninvited and Deja Vu. (1987) Shadowgate. Yep. Macintosh, Amiga, Atari, DOS, Apple 2GS, NES, Windows, and Nintendo DS. No C64. It was super popular on the NES. That I do know. I've seen a lot of a lot of gameplays of it. Well, that explains why the ICOM name for these mech ventures is so familiar. They made the Sherlock Holmes consulting detective games that I played. Yeah, Deja Vu was their first game, then Uninvited, then Shadowgate, Deja Vu 2. Those Sherlock Holmes games were fun. I really enjoyed those. Oh, good lord. They also made Dracula Unleashed. That is another stupid game that I intend to play at some point. Alright, back to the game. The small claustrophobic chamber is stuffy and cold. The air in here is so thick that you can barely catch your breath. There's my bro. There's a very strange look in your brother's eyes. They're not his. A low baritone voice oozes from his mouth. He curses and threatens you. But there is pain and fear in his face. So now we get to finally use the hit command. At this point, your brother's expression grows blank and a misty specter grows out of his body. A demonic visitor appears and begins wailing these foreboding words.
This little one is too weak for me. I need new blood and a stronger body. I need you. I will have you. You will join us. Now.
The hideous creature now hovers threateningly in front of you. Jeez. Your brother, now freed from the evil demon that was dwelling within, runs out through the window, scared out of his wits, and very glad to have them back again. Damn. Straight through the window. No, not self. And you display the simple religious symbol, and the aggressive demon recoils in terror. The horrifying sight of the small wooden cross causes the demon's power to ebb. In an instant, the menacing apparition fades into nothingness, leaving no tangible evidence of his having been there. Nice skeleton. Didn't know that you were that real. Well, we have won the day. Bits of broken glass cling dearly to the now mostly empty frame. You climb through the window onto the balcony. You are surprised that the air is so mild. In fact, a warm, pleasant breeze wafts past. A bright, warm sun begins to shine through the clouds. You and your brother bask in the warm, golden glow of a summer's sun. Your brother is now himself again. You're aware of a sense of peace and triumph. You have done well, very well indeed. Gotta love some of these composers for these games when they didn't know how to program music properly on the C64, so they don't have any proper rhythm to the tunes. At least I did recognize what that tune was. just horribly timed, and the rhythm was completely gone. Oops. We already heard all of those. Yeah, that's the next one. Congratulations! You have defeated the evil entities and have proven yourself a master of the House of Abraxas. Deceive your team. Proven. I'm glad that I proved myself.